here's the beautiful thing about manifestation journals. Your mind works in images and feelings. And so your mind is also a goal-achieving machine. That's what your brain is designed to do. Hello there, prosperity seeker, and welcome to another episode of The Prosperity Approach. I'm your host, Allyson Chavez. Today, we are going to do a juicy dive into manifestation journals and how to actually use them. But before we dive there, if you are listening to the audio version of this episode, be sure you're following the podcast on your favorite app. If you want to see what we're up to, head on over to AllysonChavez.com. You can join our free online experiences. We've got one coming up here in just the next couple of weeks. You can check out the goodies and the free resources, meditations, all the fun things that we have for you over there. Let's talk about journaling. Let's talk about manifestation journals. I'm a big journaler. I got my first journal when I was 8 years old. I started writing in it, and I probably have close to 80 journals at this point in my life. I also enjoy writing, so that might have something to do with it. But I never knew the power of journaling until really a few years ago, quite honestly. I was using journaling as a travel log, what I had done for that day. I've used journals, to vent my feelings and things like that. And it's all good. But if you want to use journaling to help you to manifest and help you create the reality that you desire, there's a very specific way that you go about doing it. And it's actually a whole lot more simple than you might think it is. In fact, that's the first intention, is to keep your manifestation journal really, really simple and very, very straightforward. You know me, the simpler it is, the better it is, and the more effective it becomes for me. So the way that I do my manifestation journal is I start with writing down my desires, and I'll do at least 5. Like 5 to 10 each day. And you're going to write down your desires, big, small, unreasonable, reasonable, practical, and everything in between. And I start it with the date and I would love ... And I just make a list of these things I would love. So like this morning, for example, I woke up really tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. And so one of the things that I desired was to go back to sleep. I wanted to be able to take a nap. So I wrote on there, I would love to go back to sleep. If I want a back scratch or a massage, or I would love to have my car vacuumed out, or I would love to be able to take a nice deep breath. I'm overcoming residuals of Omicron and a cold. And so I've had a cough for the last couple of weeks. So one of my desires have been for the last several days is I would love to be healed from this cough. So, and also I would love to travel first class. I would love to spend a month on Maui. I'm just giving you some of my own desires. You get to, of course, write down your own desires, but I just write those things down. I would love ... It's so important to start your day in desire, especially as an ambitious woman, because our true north is desire. When we start trusting our desires more and more, and we let the roadmap be pleasure, you get your desires so much faster than you can actually imagine. And the journey to it is delightful and surprisingly wonderful and filled with so much ease. It's also filled with work. It's also filled with effort, but you're not efforting yourself to the ground. You're not working yourself to the bone. It's inspired action. It's inspired work. It's effort that you love doing. All right. So no holds barred here for what your desires are. One of the reasons why it's really important to write it down is that writing forces your mind to focus. If you've ever tried meditating before, maybe I'll do an episode on meditation and how to make it actually work. If you've ever tried meditating before, your mind goes everywhere. When you're writing something down, it forces your brain to focus on what it is you're writing. So that is a really powerful and important component, of course, to journaling. Now, so you're going to start with your desires. The next thing that you're going to write down is what you'd like to feel that day, just for the day. What do you want to connect to emotionally? I'm always big on flow. I love to connect to the feeling of flow. You might have heard of pivoting before? You know, like when you have to pivot throughout your day because you have interruptions, you have surprises, you have things that you didn't have planned on in your calendar. Those interruptions that tend to just unhinge us from time to time. I don't like to pivot. I would rather flow. To me, and there's nothing wrong with either of them. To me, pivoting is the masculine form of flow, which is feminine. So I want to start my day in flow and just experiencing, the current that maybe goes to the left and sometimes it doubles back on itself. It goes to the right, but that I'm just in the current enjoying the flow. So don't get in my head and get all upset when I have surprises throughout the day. There are times, so I write down, I want to connect with flow. I want to connect with peace. For a while in my life, that was all I wanted was peace. I was in so much anxiety all the time. I'd wake up at 2:00 in the morning with anxiety and it would hound me all day long. So I just wanted peace. That now peace is my baseline, but I still like to connect to peace. So what is that feeling that you want to connect with? Sometimes for me, it's being receptive to all good. So I'll write that down. Expansion. That's a big one for me. Expanding or expansion. So I feel expansive. I feel peaceful. I feel fill in the blank. Now you can take this one step further and you can claim it as who you are. So you can do I am peace. I am flow. I am expansion. But any of those feelings that you want to feel that are really good descriptive words. So like, I want to feel awesome is a little bit harder to grasp than I want to expand or I am expansion. So what do you want to feel throughout the day, and write that down? Because here's the beautiful thing about manifestation journals. Your mind works in images and feelings. And so your mind is also a goal-achieving machine. That's what your brain is designed to do. Your brain wants to be directed. So right at the very beginning of the day, we're giving our brain something to focus on, something tangible or an image to focus on. I want a massage. I want a new pair of shoes. I want time to read a fun book. I want to watch this movie. Whatever your desire is, your brain will hone in on it. So now you've given it an image and a feeling, because your brain also works in vibration, and vibration is emotion, it's feeling. So we want to get really intentional about what we desire to feel throughout the day. And then I will usually write just a couple of sentences of I feel excited about today. I feel expansive about today. I feel eager about today. I love like flirting and I love playing and all of that. So I feel playful about today. I feel flirty about today. And I'll just write them. And here's the thing. Not all the time am I actually feeling that when I write it. But when I write, I am feeling eager about today. I am feeling expansive about today. I'm looking forward to the unfolding of the day. Whether I'm feeling it in that moment or not, doesn't matter. I'm claiming it. I'm telling my brain, this is what I want you to bring to me. Attract this to me, bring this to me. And it is astounding at how quickly it will come when you allow it. That's really how simple manifestations are. Your brain wants you to be very specific and focused about what you want. And most people just drift. I don't really know what I want. I just know I'm tired of feeling bored all the time or stressed out all the time. So maybe you just want peace and you want ease. I desire peace. I desire ease. Let it be simple. Let it be straightforward. So 3 pieces. First, I would love, and then 5 to 10 things, or however many you want. It doesn't matter, but I would do a minimum of 5. What you desire today, next week, and the next year. Unreasonable things, very practical, silly things. I remember one time my nose was running, so I wrote, I want a soft tissue for my nose. And gee, a box of soft tissues was close to me and I was able to fulfill that desire. But it's not about finding things that you think are reasonable. It's just, what do you want in the moment? Getting really dialed in about what your desires are. That's honoring your desire. So now you're following your true north. Then it's, what would I like to feel today? What would I like to connect to? Expansion, peace, ease, flow, fun, whatever that is, fun surprise, whatever that is. And then I am feeling excited about today. I am feeling expansive about today. Those 3 things. It can take you 6 minutes, maybe less, but you'll find, and then like shut the book and then go about your day and then watch at how those things are brought to you. It's so gorgeous, and the speed with which they come. So tell me if you've used a manifestation journal before. You can type that in the comments below. And if it was successful for you, and if you found that it helped or not, I want you to try this new technique though. And then let us know in the comments below if you tried it and how it worked out for you. It's really, really fun. So be playful and let it be fun. And if you have a hard time sometimes with the playful part because you feel guilty about playing too much or downtime or pleasure, and you are looking for that next level of success without struggling your way to it, then honey, you got to come join us for our next free online workshop. It's called the Prosperity Experience, Success Without Struggle. We're starting it in just a couple of weeks. So go to prosperityapproach.com/challenge. You're going to get your very own playbook. You're going to get your very own success expert that's going to walk you through how to implement what we're teaching. We're going to spend 3 days, usually more, because we got lots of fun bonus sessions for you as well. But you're going to learn how to drop the guilt around pleasure and play and use it as a success tool that it's actually designed to be. You're going to understand the difference between feminine and masculine energy and how to actually lead out with empowered feminine and how you show up when you're feeling powerful and not so powerful in both feminine and masculine energies. You're going to learn about money and how money actually works so that you're never going to feel scared or guilty about spending it. You're going to learn about the fierceness of feminine, how to up-level your relationships so you show up as unapologetically, authentically you, and everybody is served in that. Like, we have so much packed into these days for you with this workshop that it's going to be more valuable to you than the last 3 programs you paid for. So come join us at prosperityapproach.com/challenge. We're going to get you connected with a member of Team Prosperity who will be your very own success expert through this workshop. That is such a critical, valuable piece to your success. We're going to help you to implement, help you to be accountable, and really redesign your reality and get you that transformation that you're after. And until then, remember, prosperity becomes you. See you next time.